You are once again welcome to Nsima Biafra TV, Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. As usual, I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Nsima Carlo. I greet you. Good night from my base. I greet you on the most especially in the name of the Creator, the Lord, the Owner, the Redeemer, and the Owner of the whole universe, Jesus the Christ. The time from my base is 8 minutes after 11 p.m., 8 minutes after 11 o'clock in the night. I say once again to you, good night. Today being Thursday, the last day, that is the 30th of this month of June 2022. As you can see the caption on the screen, it is about Nseobong, alleging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of having collected, what is it called? Amnesty. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had collected amnesty and have sold the Biafra struggle. That is Nseobong's allegation, and this is rising as a matter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu issuing an instruction from the Abuja High Court on the 2 days ago, that is 28th. 2 days ago was Tuesday, the 28th of this month of June 2022, in Abuja High Court, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared, where we believe that he should have been released from his captivity through extraordinary renditioning him from Kenya to Nigeria by the Nigerian DSS in collaboration with some criminals, some hoodlums in the guise of Kenyan government officials. So, Nseobong, as a result of the instruction issued by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that Biafra land should be kept in quietude and we should not be fighting our own people. Rather, we should focus, we should remain focused concerning the purpose of the establishment of ESN, Eastern Security Network, the establishment of IPOB, and the establishment and the progress of Biafra agitation aimed at restoring Biafra sovereignty and everything relating to Biafra. But according to commercialization of the struggle, as we have seen that the autopiloters and the Idu apologists have their own campaign, and their own campaign does not go without fundraising. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's instruction stands as a counter motion to their fundraising and what they have believed, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never mentioned Idu, he never mentioned autopilot, he only mentioned Biafra, and letting us know that it is about Biafra, and nothing but Biafra, and we must continue, and we shall not continue to disappoint him. Even though he was asked in the public, he said he is not disappointed. But he is not disappointed against the Nigerian government because he knows that Nigerian government will be misbehaving the way they are misbehaving. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is really disappointed in we the Biafrans because a lot of things are going wrong. And there are the infiltrators among us and those who have come to for selfish aggrandizement, those who have come to pursue their selfish goal rather than the collective interest of the people for restoring Biafra sovereignty. So Nseobong, as I believe, has seen that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's instruction as a threat because they have begun to lament against it since that day. But today, I stumbled upon this particular video, and Nseobong made this video today. I have heard a voice note of Nelly Ofebo ranting like a mad woman and talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu selling out the Biafra struggle. But can that be true? Do they have any evidence? No, they have no evidence. This is how they have been shouting for over 1 year, and they have never provided any evidence. Now, Nseobong has come to state it categorically clear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had sold out the Biafra struggle. But what baffles me is that after this 5 minutes video clip you are looking at, which I'm going to play, in another video later on, in the later hour of today, Nseobong, just look at this video. Nsima made this particular video 9 hours ago, but about 5 or 6 hours ago, Nsima made another video to complicate himself, and maybe his group has called him, his group his group had called him and ask him or blame him for making such a video, then he came back in pretense to cover up what he has just said in this video, as if he never really said it, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sold out the Biafra struggle. So this is how hypocritical these people can be. If they claim that it is true, where is their evidence? That is what we must ask them, then we ask ourselves, so that we can't continue to live in illusion. I want us to understand more and more that there are people who have come to destroy the Biafra struggle, and the Idu apologists are the front line of the people who have come to destroy the Biafra struggle, pretending, using propaganda, using all manner of lies, blame games, and the character assassination. The Idus are the champion of character assassination. Now, without talking so much further, I want us to listen to Nseobong just declaring what I have just said.
Everything I'm going to say in this video is my own personal opinion. It does not reflect the opinion of anybody. This is my own personal opinion. Now, I want you to think about something. What do you think has just happened from the day they brought the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court? What do you think has just happened? I'm talking about since the 28th of June, 2022. What do you think have just happened? What do you think have just happened? Now, let me tell you two major things that has happened. Two major things that has happened. Number one is that ever since that very day, do you know the number of armies that they have imported to our land, to Idu land? The number of armies, oh my God. I want to talk about Imo State, what is happening in Imo State. The number of army, the police that have imported, Janjaweed armies that have imported to Imo State have increased. They are on a mission. They are on a mission to wipe out all our ESN. They are on a mission to wipe out all our ESN. Let me repeat it. They are on a mission to wipe out all our ESN because they know that ESN is the only bedrock of what we are doing. They know that ESN is the only thing that has been protecting us. Did you see the danger of why we are shouting that the only way out is popular uprising? Okay, let me don't go there yet because all of you will still come back home, my brothers and sisters. The only way out is popular uprising. Now, number two thing that has happened is that what happened to Raf Wasrike has already happened. How many of you don't understand what happened to Raf Wasrike? What happened to Raf Wasrike has already happened. Number one, the number of army that they have brought to our land, to capture our youth, to kidnap our youth has increased. Every day they keep capturing our youth. They keep looking out for the ESN. Are you getting me now? Number two is that what happened to Raf Wasrike has already happened. Let me tell you, how many of you remember what happened to Raf Wasrike? Raf Wasrike at a time when he was very strong, when Maso was very, very strong, everybody celebrated Raf Wasrike. Until what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now happened to Raf Wasrike. Raf Wasrike was captured and he was later made to forget about the fight for Biafra. Let me use that word so that everybody will understand. You see, Raf Wasrike was granted bail with a condition that he will never talk about Biafra or fight for Biafra again. I want to tell you that thing has already happened. That thing has already happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is my own personal opinion. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been forced. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been forced to sign an agreement to take amnesty, if you call it, that he will not talk about Biafra anymore. He will not fight for freedom anymore. He will not agitate. That is why you saw in a video where they say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking about peace. I'm just telling you, mark my words. The number of army that is going to come into our land is going to increase. Let me use the word. The number of army that is going to come into your Biafra land is going to increase. Do you know why? Because they have forced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to collapse everything. They have forced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stop talking about Biafra. They have forced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to forget about Biafra or any other thing. That is why in a video they play to you that he's now talking about peace. The same thing that happened to Ralph Wasrike has already happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Ralph Wasrike boasted about this. Ralph Wasrike boasted about it, and it has just happened, my brothers and sisters. Mark my word. Remember what I said, that everything I've said in this video is my own personal opinion. It's a matter of time. You're going to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong if what I'm saying is a lie. I want to tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has collapsed the movement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said there should be peace. They have forced him. It's not his will, but they have forced him to forget about Biafra. That is what has happened. The same thing that happened in Masop has happened. The same thing that happened to Ralph Wasrike has happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Stay blessed and bye for now, guys. Salute you once again. I am doing this video as more evidence to prove to you that they are forcing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get amnesty, to collect amnesty, to forget about Biafra or agitation. That is the original purpose why they plan to capture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Ejiofor knows everything that happened from the beginning of the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. Ejiofor is part of what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. In fact, to even shock you the most, Ejiofor had a meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. Ejiofor was in Kenya, when they had a meeting. Ejiofor was the person that planned to schedule a meeting in Kenya, and then for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. Ejiofor was supposed to, or if not, had a meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya until when their plan, their plot, they succeeded in their plot to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. Because I'm going to show you evidence. This is one of the evidence I'm proving to you that the only way out is a revolution, my brothers and sisters. There is no way they are going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Nigerian court system. They are already aware of it. Ejiofor is already aware of it. Everything that is happening now is caricature. But I want to prove to you that Ejiofor already know everything that happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And if you want to know more, you need to ask Ejiofor what really happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Two important questions that you must ask Ejiofor is, number one, who are those people that gave instruction for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be kept in DSS dungeon? Because I'm going to prove to you evidence of Ejiofor telling us that yes, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. He has not committed any crime, but an instruction was given for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be kidnapped or killed in Kenya. But since that instruction did not work, they changed their plan and they take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to DSS dungeon. And he's being kept in DSS dungeon by instruction. That instruction did not work. They changed their plan and they take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to DSS dungeon. And he's being kept in DSS dungeon by instruction of some group of people. He said federal government or the otherwise, we don't know. But he said that the instruction is given to the DSS to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon. That is instruction. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. He has not.
That is not the issue now. That is not the issue now.
And nobody knows. We wouldn't have heard about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again. Does that explain why the Carolina of a woman was busy tweeting or using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Twitter? How many of you remember that when all this thing was happening, people were busy tweeting or using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Twitter handle? Ejiofor is beginning to reveal more that the plan that they planned originally was for them to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they planned to do it silently. They planned to abduct Mazi Nnamdi Kanu silently, and that nobody should know about it. But that plan failed because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was raising alarm, and when he was raising alarm, people came around him, and then they changed the plan. But what I'm trying to tell you now, if you have been wondering, why is it that they have been tweeting using Nnamdi Kanu Twitter handle? This is the more reason why you should understand it. Because the plan was to cover up everything. Abduct Nnamdi Kanu secretly and kill him in Kenya. Why they will be using his Twitter handle to be tweeting? And Ejiofor said that if they had succeeded in doing that, nobody could have heard anything about Nnamdi Kanu. My brothers and sisters, what I'm giving you is to open your eyes so that you should understand that the only way out is a revolution. Popular uprising. Listen.
It just understand.
You say it's God that saves you.
So when I hear them, when I listen to them talk about that they arrested him, they have killed people, they arrested him, usually sounds stupid. Because they know that if anything has happened to him during the period he was abducted, even in Kenya, he can't go to church. Because he was alive and happened. Shouting authorities, but like, this is happening now, I don't know what's happening to me. Who are these people? Are coming.
You hear that? He has those information. He has the CCTV. Very good. We have them. Very, very good. This is the point I was getting to. Ejiofor said that they had the CCTV camera of what happened. The CCTV details of what happened to Nnamdi Kanu. This is where we have to play our part. This is where you and I have to play our part. My brothers and sisters, if we fail to rise up now, they will succeed in buying our leader. To buy, you know what the meaning of buy? Because as they are forcing Nnamdi Kanu to take amnesty now, we can see resistance. Nnamdi Kanu is resisting, but they are beating him up. That is why our leader's head is swelling up. There is something that is making our leader's head is swelling up. If that is our leader's head. But we can see the size of Nnamdi Kanu's head different from the original Nnamdi Kanu that we know. My brothers and sisters, you might say that Nsima is confused, but what I'm telling you is more than confusion. What I'm telling you is the truth. It is complicated because Nnamdi Kanu told us that they have an array of network of people, and this is what has happened. It's a complicated issue.
No le olvida sus gafas a todas horas. Guiomar no las deja de aplastar. Al verlas pierde, las encuentra y las vuelve a perder. Tu segundo y tercer par por €1 más con Chin Chin de Aplelo.
It's a complicated issue that they have made it in such a way that you will never understand it. My brothers and sisters, listen to me. If you want Nnamdi Kanu to be free, it is popular uprising. We are the one that is going to rise up. We are going to go on the street. Everywhere. We are going to go on the street. Nobody can attack us. We have to go on. It's popular uprising, my brothers and sisters. It's a revolution. Because you know what the meaning of buy? Because as they are forcing Nnamdi Kanu to take amnesty now, we can see resistance. Nnamdi Kanu is resisting, but they are beating him up. That is why our leader's head is swelling up. There is something that is making our leader's head is swelling up. If that is our leader's head. But we can see the size of Nnamdi Kanu's head different from the original Nnamdi Kanu that we know. My brothers and sisters, you might say that Nsima is confused, but what I'm telling you is more than confusion. What I'm telling you is the truth. It is complicated because Nnamdi Kanu told us that they have an array of network of people, and this is what has happened. The CCTV details of what happened to Nnamdi Kanu. This is where we have to play our part. This is where you and I have to play our part. My brothers and sisters, if we fail to rise up now, they will succeed in buying our leader. To buy, you know what the meaning of buy? Because as they are forcing Nnamdi Kanu to take amnesty now, we can see resistance. Nnamdi Kanu is resisting, but they are beating him up. That is why our leader's head is swelling up. There is something that is making our leader's head is swelling up. If that is our leader's head. But we can see the size of Nnamdi Kanu's head different from the original Nnamdi Kanu that we know. My brothers and sisters, you might say that Nsima is confused, but what I'm telling you is more than confusion. What I'm telling you is the truth. It is complicated because Nnamdi Kanu told us that they have an array of network of people, and this is what has happened.
Hello. In the first video, Nsima had categorically alleged Nnamdi Kanu of collecting amnesty to sell the Biafra struggle to Nigerian government. And I believe his group members would have advised him to come and make another video to cover up what he has alleged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of, because that cannot solve their ambition, because their ambition is to continue to instill fear of terrorism in the hearts of our people, so that our people will fearfully be complying to the invitation of the Idu apologists for fundraising, the means with which they extort money from our people. So Nsima had made an indefensible comment against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It becomes an allegation, and before he made this video, Nelly, their leader, the leader of the Idu apologists, had been ranting. I think that should be yesterday or early morning today. I will begin to trace the video to know more content about the video, ranting, claiming that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his family have sold the Biafra struggle, but they have no evidence to back it up. So I have just come to let our people know the lies that are flying and emanating from the Idu apologists, and for our people to disregard such lies and let us be focused, because that lies cannot give us freedom. It has nothing to help us with. Rather, it is aimed at downplaying the Biafra struggle the more and keeping on to extort money from our people in the guise of campaigning that Idu is our identity. It is through Idu will get our freedom. All those things are fallacies. They are not and can never be true. So the program has just come to an end. It is about taking the record of what Nsima has said, and for me to have it on my own platform for further investigation, verification, and for lecturing our people the more. Until we meet again, I remain your humble servant, evangelist Nsima. So any other video should be tomorrow, because it is too late by now.